Coach, we'll get an opening statement from you and then turn things over to these guys for questions.
State the obviously is a much-needed win for us. I think more important than just the win was I thought we played with a great sense of urgency to start the game and to start the second half. Clearly, the turnovers were an issue today, which is kind of very disappointing because it hasn't been an issue. Something we were really intentional on addressing in the offseason. We've done a pretty good job for the most part through our first 8 games, not turning over a lot. Today was just one of those wacky combinations of they're a really aggressive defensive team. They play for steals a lot by nature, is how they play. And we kind of took our foot off the gas a few times. That led to some careless play. But I thought our effort was sensational. And I don't have the numbers in front of me. I don't know what they scored off our turnovers. But obviously, they only got 55 points. And we had 28 turnovers, so it couldn't have been that many conversions. But I thought because we hustled back and were able to get ourselves back in defensive position, put ourselves in a great place to win. So proud of these guys for the effort, for again having a good attitude after the last week. It was challenging. Losing 2 games, one against what I think is a top 10 team, and one against a really good mid-major team on the road. A lot of people started questioning things, but these guys stuck together, and I think you can see we'll continue to get better.
I'd imagine coming in tonight, if you knew you were going to turn the ball over 28 times.
I probably wouldn't have showed up.
So how? You mentioned the effort. How did you guys win this game?
The biggest problem is, I think everybody who played turned it over, and then the coach had a turnover at the end. I thought it wasn't good enough that they had 27. I decided to take a shot clock violation, add one to my own statistical category. So, but no, it was frustrating because we were shooting the ball so well, and I don't know if I've ever seen a team win with 5 more turnovers than field goals made. When we had 23 field goals made, 50%, turning over 28 times, it's kind of absurd. But again, I think our effort carried us through that. These guys stuck together through those moments, and we're able to come out here with a really good win on neutral court.
Q goes 5 for 6, led you guys in rebounds, assists, and steals. Just what do you think of his game tonight?
Yeah, great all-around floor game. His effort and focus coming into this game was really, really good. Talking about all the right things, asking the right questions about the scouting report. He's been taking pride in guarding the other team's best perimeter player. He had the assignment of Hagerty to start the game. He asked for that on Wednesday when we started prep, coming back from Southern Illinois. So really just proud of him embracing that role and really trying to figure out other ways to impact our team in winning ways other than scoring. He's playing very efficiently on both ends of the floor, and we need that from him.
I'm not sure Isaiah's debut could have gone any worse his first stretch on the floor, which is kind of what did you think? Was it nerves?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I haven't seen the play, so I don't really know what the technical thing was about. He's a fairly emotional kid, and I think having not played in quite some time, he had some nerves. But I thought the second time he allowed his energy to positively impact the game and scored his first basket and got a steal and laid on the floor for this ball that maybe he could have just picked up. But, we got to add a little flair to it. So, he obviously brings something to the table that we don't have in other pieces of our roster. So we'll continue to explore how he can help us.
The number was 19 points off turnovers that Tulsa had. So is getting back, do you attribute that to athleticism or hustle? What
it's effort. I mean, these guys don't want to turn the ball over. They shouldn't have turned the ball over a few times because they were just bad decisions. Like, we threw the ball literally to one of their players, probably 8 or 9 of those times. Like, they weren't stealing it; we were throwing it to them. But when they recognize the mistake, our mentality is do the next right thing. And so turnovers are part of the game. Hasn't been a big issue for our team, but I'm going to make sure I address it because we can't let it become an issue for our team. We got other things we need to get better at. In the meantime, we need to continue to preach that mentality of when we do have turnovers in a limited fashion, we got to do the next right thing. Sprint back, hustle, talk, and try to figure out how to get stopped.
Mike, you guys hold them to a season low in points, shooting percentage, made shots. You talked about the defense maybe not being where it was last year, but to have a performance like this, does it give you a little optimism there?
Yeah, we're getting better there. Again, it's hard to talk about those things when you don't win, in all honesty. And even in a win, we give ourselves reason to still be criticized by turning the ball over 28 times. I mean, literally, if we turn the ball over 12 times, everybody's happy and feels good. And like, man, these guys maybe can be good, but we can't do that. We got to have something, and maybe this team needs something to always have an edge about. But I am proud of them. They're getting better. This kid here playing at home, for the first time in front of a lot of family. Obviously, a lot of them still come up to Stillwater to watch it, but to have them be able to drive maybe some of them 15 minutes, 10 minutes instead of an hour was big. And obviously, Von's been our leader so far, and so I'm really thankful for the effort these guys are putting in to make our team competitive.
Brandon, you and Eric combined for 7 points, I think, in the first 6 minutes, and you guys were defeating each other. What kind of chemistry have you two built?
We play Team USA together and like just A move and zone ball. So the chemistry just, I feel like it's just getting there.
How many times have you been to this arena, growing up, going to games and stuff like that?
I'll say like I've been here a lot of times, come to games, get free tickets, and I'm down the street. So yeah.
Was it kind of surreal taking the court as a player this time?
Yeah, I say it is. But it's a dream to play on it, growing it. So it's a huge thing.
Javon, what does it say about the rest of the offense that you guys shot almost 50% from the field and 40% from three? How did it feel to be kind of spearheading it out there?
I think that we are continuing to work on our shot, shoot the ball more confidently, and play more freely. So I feel like we continue to do that. We can honestly be probably one of the best offensive teams in the nation. Like we got a lot of threats on the perimeter and the post. So keep playing with confidence. We'll be all right.
And you guys won the rebounding battle pretty comfortably. Just rolling into that, and did it almost feel easy just getting rebounds tonight?
Getting every board in practice and after that, it's a good thing for our team. Rebound.
Javon, you've taken care of the ball pretty well so far this year. As a team, whenever you guys turned the ball over 20 times, what was going on out there?
I feel like I had a few turnovers early, so I feel like once I started turning the ball over, the team started turning the ball over. So I feel like that had something to do with me just, from the start. But yeah, we will continue to work on it. We don't turn the ball over like that usually.
You guys got onto that 21-5 start. What did you see during that stretch, and did it almost allow you guys just kind of play more freely, more comfortably being up so early?
Yeah, I think obviously our job as a coaching staff is to get our guys ready to play, right? Whether it be through scout or just emotional engagement. And I thought we had a good game plan. We knew that the two guys at the top of the scout report were pretty effective if you let the game be comfortable for them, Haggard and Williams. And those dudes have made that team a lot better than they were last year. But I thought our guys came in with a great focus, played with great intention. We didn't have very many scouting breakdowns. That's been hurting us in some of our losses here recently. When you think about the threes that we gave up to Ashworth or Shireman and Stillwater, obviously letting Xavier Johnson get some free throw line 13 times in the first half. Like we didn't have those kind of breakdowns, which allowed us to play more comfortably within our schemes because we weren't trying to make up for things that we were breaking down ourselves. So I don't want them to be comfortable though. We're not a team that plays well in comfort. We have to find a way to stay focused even when we have a big lead. Knowing that there are going to be rare times that happens once the calendar turns. And when you do, you got to hold on to it and extend it. So it's on me as a coach to make sure that gets corrected, and I certainly will as we get back to practice this week.
I think you left your starters in for the first 5.5 minutes. That seemed long for you guys. Was it just because of the start that you guys had?
I think we talked about this the other day. I mean, you think about everything after losing the game. And one of the things that I've been toying around with is maybe just change up the lineup. And then you go back and look, we've been getting off to pretty good starts in almost all of our games. Even the ones that we've lost, we haven't gotten down. Against Creighton, we're up early. Against Notre Dame, we're up early. Against St. Bonaventure, we're up early. So you don't want to overreact to something that's not actually the problem. And so I thought I'd go the other way and maybe let those guys extend it for a little bit longer. Seem to work, and as we continue to get guys healthy, we'll figure out how to exactly balance the rotation.
Ollie Gordon was here tonight. He's been in a lot of you guys' games. Just kind of what does it say about that guy? He can't walk anywhere without taking pictures and stuff. That he's supporting you guys. He's at women's games and things like that. What does it kind of say about that?
Well, I've been really, really fortunate, to get to know a lot of the athletes campus in my 7 years. Unfortunately, he's one I don't know that well personally. I certainly am a big fan of his. I see him at every event. Most of the time I'm there as well. And I don't need to be on camera. He needs to be on camera. We need to make sure we take care of that guy. So anybody out there who supports Oklahoma State athletics, he is priority number 1, 2, and 3 in my mind. So I'm just proud of the way he represents the program, the way he represents Stillwater and the university. And obviously he loves the school, and he's got friends on our team. I know he does a little podcast with Eric, and I think Javon's been on it. So I'm really proud of him and the professionalism that he shows. I certainly look forward to seeing how they finish the season.
Coach, what do you think the team did to put itself in a position to shoot 40% from three?
I think we got good shooters. I mean, I think something we talked about really all season, kind of leading up to the season. We're a better shooting team than we've been. Until today, I would also say we take care of the ball better than we have in the past. So I think it's just confidence in what we're doing. There's a comfort level after 50 practices or so odd, and close to 10 games. The guys kind of know where they're getting shots from, so they practice those all the time. And then obviously when they get in the game, you're always concerned about coming to a place like this that you're not familiar with. Different kind of backdrop. It's a real thing, but obviously they handled it pretty well.
For Brandon and Javon, if you guys will, how good did this win feel after not the start that you guys hoped for? Yeah, Brandon, you can go first if you want.
It's a big win for us coming off the losses. Hopefully we can get the streak rolling and going.
Just to piggyback off of what PG said, I think it's a pretty good win, a big win. I think we are tired of losing. So, the plan is to go into these next 4 or 5 games and win them all for conference play.
Thank you, guys.